Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the Grade 3 Troy Stakes is race number 8 at Saratoga on Travers Saturday. 5.5 furlongs, nice turf sprint. Before we get to the analysis, go to the DRF.com handicapping shop for Saratoga. DRF.com/spy is where you go for PPs, picks, clocker reports, betting strategies, and more. They're the must-have tools to win big at the spa. Here's the field for the Grade 3 Troy Stakes. There are some hard-hitting turf sprinters in here. Imprimis is coming off a long layoff. Shecky Shabazz is solid. If Pure Sensation runs his best race, though, Mike, they're going to know him from start to finish.
Yeah, I agree with that. It feels like he's, just been around forever. He is 9 years old now, Dan, but, based on his form, from late last year, this horse can still run. We'll see if he bounced back out of a pretty disappointing effort in the Jaipur last time.
And he might have to deal with speed to his inside as we look at the Timeform US pace projector. American Sailor is going to be stepping up in class, but he is very, very fast out of the gate. I do agree with Timeform US. I think he's going to make the lead. I don't think Pure Sensation is going to be far behind. And I think Shecky Shabazz, the 4, is probably going to be sitting in the catbird seat.
Yeah, I didn't really disagree with this pace projector either. I do expect Pure Sensation to be forward, though. He's at his best when they let him use his speed. He just has to get out of the gate cleanly. Imprimis's
past performances speak for themselves. 7 for 13 lifetime, several triple-digit Beyer speed figures sprinting on the turf. Here's the issue. We have not seen this horse since in 9 months. He has had 2 throat surgeries, and this is a tough spot to come back off of the layoff. He might be the most naturally talented horse in the race. The question handicappers have to ask themselves is, how low do you want to go on the tote on a horse that hasn't run in so long?
Yeah, we'll see how they bet it. I actually feel like some time off might have done this horse some good. It felt to me like after they sent him to Ascot last year and then they came back, he wasn't quite as sharp in those 3 starts at the end of the year. I didn't think he was terrible in any of them, Dan, but he didn't run his best race in any of those races either. So I feel like the time off could have helped him. And obviously, if he comes back and runs one of his good races, he's supposed to be really tough in here because outside of Pure Sensation and, I guess Shecky Shabazz, who got good for about 5 minutes last year. I mean, there's really not that many stakes quality turf sprinters in here.
American Sailor ran second in his most recent race when stepped up into the Wolf Hill Stakes at Monmouth. Let's watch that effort. He's speed. And he broke and he went right to the front at 8-1 that day. And he's turning into the stretch. And boy, he looks good at about the 3/16 pole. And he's just going to get run down by Archidust in the final 16th of a mile. I realize he went quick early here, but he's probably has to win this race if he's going to overcome Pure Sensation's speed and then hold off the closers on Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I did think he ran well in there, but I didn't really see an excuse for him not to hold on. In that replay, you did see Shecky Shabazz in there as well, making his first start of the year, sort of finishing a non-threatening third. I don't know. American Sailor, I think he'll make the front here. I just think it's going to be tough for him to hold these horses off.
Lon Twist sort of ran around there in the Jaipur, got a 90 Beyer speed figure, but really didn't make much of an impression at 46-1. He is a solid listed type that's stepping up against graded horses, and he probably needs a little bit of a pace meltdown. I'm not even sure he's the best closer in the field.
He probably isn't. I'll just say this about him, Dan. I think he is better than he looks on paper. If I was going to just take a shot in this race with a long shot, it would be with Lon Twist. I do think he has races that, make him mildly interesting. And it's not like this is the strongest, Troy Stakes we've ever seen. I mean, outside, again, of the 2 horses with legit stakes credentials sprinting on the grass, I don't know. The rest of this field just kind of looks a little bit like Lon Twist.
You mentioned Shecky Shabazz getting into very good form last year, 4 consecutive triple-digit Beyers, including a 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. Of course, that came after he was moved into the controversial Jason Service barn. We saw his 3rd-place effort in the Wolf Hill last time out, first time for Christophe Clement, a trainer that's winning just about everything at Saratoga. Shecky Shabazz can improve. He likes Saratoga, but there's that cloud that Service got him good, and maybe Clement won't be able to do the same.
Yeah, I think that's the real worry because it's not like, he was, some kind of great horse before Service got him. Although, I mean, it is worth pointing out that, his first start at Saratoga last year and his first turf sprint came for a different trainer. I know it was a 25 claimer, but he ran a 98 that day. He looked good winning. So maybe it's just a case that he just wanted to sprint on turf all along.
What happened with Pure Sensation last time out? Can we just give him the excuse, all right, It was his first race in 7 months. He got caught up in a fast pace and he paid the price, and he's supposed to run better here. Or are you supposed to say he's getting a little bit older? Maybe that race is a sign that he's getting a little long in the tooth, that his best days might be slightly behind him, because he usually fires well fresh. And I can understand him getting beat considering the trip last time out in the setup, but he really tired badly.
Yeah, he didn't run well at all last time. He did get bumped at the start. He didn't break that sharply. After that, they sent him up there to contest the pace with Hidden Scroll, who finished last. This horse finished next to last. I don't know, Dan. He didn't run well in there. It was a grade one. It was 6 furlongs. I really don't think 6 furlongs is what this horse wants. The shorter distance of this race is a lot better for him. And if he runs his really good race, he's going to be tough in here, Dan. I don't love him, but I expect him to be. I expect him to be there at the end of this race.
Pulsate's a lightly raced 4-year-old. He has a good amount of upside potential. This is his second race off of a long layoff, and he came with a piece last time out to finish 4th. He earned a 95 buyer. That buyer, to me, I think is a little bit questionable. We'll talk about that when we discuss Chewing Gum, but I can see him moving forward second off the layoff at a nice price. He's going to need some hitting up front.
Yeah, he'll need the right trip and ride in this race, and he'll need a little bit of a pace. He should get the pace, I would think. He's okay. I'm a fan of this horse, actually. I don't know if I ever felt like, I would be dying to bet him in stakes races against real good horses, but he's a nice horse, and if he gets the right trip, he can get a piece of this.
Let's watch that effort. He finishes 4th. The 7 Chewing Gum finished 3rd in that optional claiming race. No excuses for Chewing Gum. He's on the outside right now, and he's going to get into 3rd in between horses late while never threatening the winner, Front Run the Fed. I thought it was not the most visually impressive race in the world. If you believe the fig, it puts him in the mix. And if you believe the pace is going to be fast, he should come running late. I don't think he's a star, but if he runs his figs, he fits.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think he's a star either, but pretty much he's a horse that you can rely on to show up and run his race every time. I do like that about him. He did have a good pace in that race last time. That was going 7. I don't think cutting back to 5.5 hurts this horse at all. And I do think there will be pace for him to run at. So again, he's another horse. I think he will run late in here, Dan. I don't love him in this race, and I feel like he could take some money.
That's the worry as we take a look at our top picks. He's 9-2 on the morning line. It's too short for me. I would need at least 6-1 on Chewing Gum. The angle was the one that Mike mentioned. I like him cutting back to 5.5 in a race with speed. I think he's going to be closing late for Bill Mott, but I need him to drift on the toad. You're going with Imprimis, simply the best horse on paper, right, Mike?
Yeah, I'm just going to take him and stay positive on him because I do think that if he runs his best race, I think he'll win, Dan. I don't know if he'll run it. But I think the layoff might have done this horse some good. I think he probably needed that break.
1537 for Mike, 7165 for me. It is the Grade 3 Troy, race 8 at Saratoga on Travers Saturday as an approximate post time, 4:22 Eastern. Good luck.